Mildly Disappointed, episode 79. Still in lockdown, but lockdown is ending. Well, it's ended for most people, it seems. Fuck, there's just hooting and hollering and hooping and taxis and like fucking. People announce that lockdown is kind of going into a lower level of lockdown next week. And people have taken that as this is now the end of lockdown. And it's like, yay. People are freaking partying and loving life. And it's just like, so the announcement that lockdown might be ending or is actually, no, the announcement that lockdown will be going to a lower level of lockdown. A lot of people think, it's over. People like gone back to normal. Lockdown is supposed to end for me because I'm in one of the industries that is essential in level 3. It's freaking in this crazy COVID video game that we're playing, and I'm not going to work. I'm not fuck that. I'm not going to work because I like working from home, and my boss has a young daughter and he's worried about her correcting the Rona, so I'm not fucking going. I'm going to be staying. Dude, this is me. I'm here now. I'm home. This is me. It's fucking the best. If you can work from home, why wouldn't you do that? There's so much shit that I've learned from this fucking coronavirus, from this COVID-19. One of which being that God doesn't care about his victims. Victims or his followers. Thou shall not see the end of 2020. Book of COVID, verse 19. The people think so. Okay, cool. So the gathering of people for religious purposes is allowed. So, maybe it's God's version of natural selection. Shit. I don't know. It's not as a big deal as it should have been. Not as a big deal. It's like COVID is like fucking Corona. COVID is like New Year's. It's like fucking New Year's. You hype it up and you think it's more hectic and it's going to be more intense than it actually is, when it's actually just lame and only old people. Only people who have nothing left to live for care about Corona and New Year's. Everyone's bored of Corona, man. Everyone's bored of Corona. It's like the fucking irritating granny that fucking people have left in the nursing home. And who smiles of we. No, man. No one cares about Corona anymore. We've left the WhatsApp group. We're not texting back. We have blocked their DMs. No one cares. What is it? It's like the percentage, 0%, like 0.0 whatever percent. I'm not a statistician. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a virologist. I don't know the stats because I don't listen to the news and I don't care. But the thing is, who does care? Because no one I know has fucking died from it. Anyone I know who's got it, who is in my fucking age, has fucking gone through, is fine. So what's the fucking big deal? Also, what is the thing with people doing this when they're on their Instagram lives? I don't get it. What is your head not attached to your body? Makes no sense to me. So I don't get it. Why do people care so much about Corona? Why do people? maybe it's fine. But why do people care about fucking Corona? It's not doing anything. Anyone I know fucking, like, the people I know that don't know, there's no issues, no problems. Like, they're not going to die. You're going to be fine, brother. You're going to be fine. So, yeah, it's a bit of a fucking thing. But it's been teaching me some little lessons. And I'm not going to do a whole episode of that. One of those things, what have you learned from Corona? I'm not, like, any of the, trust me, I'm a moron. I'm a moron with a colon. A very active colon. Remember all that chocolate I've been eating? Anyway, I'm a fucking moron. I don't know anything about this. So I'm not, anything that I say on this fucking podcast is not something that I'm going to be like, oh, okay, I'm not telling you how you must live your life or what you must do or anything like that. You choose. You are an adult or a person of intelligence, hopefully, who can make up their own mind about things. But I'm just saying what I'm fucking. So I'm not going to be like labeling this podcast. This podcast is all about what I learned from the corona, because you have to take blessings in the it's all about taking blessings in the difficulties and the hardships and the hard times. Even though I do believe all of that, I'm not going to tell you that it's like this. I've learned that fucking one, I don't need to work from the office. I can stay at home. I don't need to work from the office. I can stay at home and worry about my colon. I'm not that. People are a lot more independent. People can do a lot more independently than they thought that there is, and that the fucking podcast space is booming, pumping. That it's this, the podcast, online, fucking Instagram live, people doing and creating their own content for entertainment. As a comedian, I've realized that this is also a medium, man. People need this shit. And it's just like there's so much, like the ability to create and fucking make your own content is insane. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, man. It makes me so excited about this. I mean, one of the big stories that came out last week, I'm sure you know, everyone fucking knows. It's all over the news. Like I said, don't read the news. I get my news from Sunday Best, Gavin Kelly and Isuru, their podcast or their YouTube channel. That's where I get my news. So I don't fucking I don't get news from anywhere else. It's all from social media and other people's podcasts. So I'm a moron. But what has been all over the fucking Twitter sphere, internet webs, is the Joe Rogan signing a deal with Spotify. So let's break all of this down, because I've got a couple of thoughts on this whole thing. The idea, so Joe Rogan has signed a 3-year exclusive deal with Spotify. His entire back catalog for the last 11 years is going to go on there, and all of his content. So he's no longer going to be using YouTube anymore, because Spotify is wanting to become, they're going balls deep. They're going all in on podcasting. They are putting their hat in the ring, and they haven't started. They've got a couple of other podcasts as well who they own, so they're leasing it for 3 years to the tune of $100 million. Now, but that's what they say. That's the exclusive, well, not the exclusive, but that's what the release number is from a lot of other people. They say it's 100 million. But from watching other people's podcasts who are close with Joe Rogan, who I'm a big fans of, from Brian Callen and Brendan Charles' podcast, The Fighter and the Kid, listening to YMH, Tom Segura, and fucking what's her name, Christina P, Your Mom's House, Bill Burt, their podcast, they all mention Two Bears, One Cave, also with Tom and Bert. They all mention that it's a lot more than what the advertisement number is, which I would think it is. I mean, even though $100 million is a shitload of money, I'm pretty sure it must be more than that, because taking all of his shit off YouTube, done, and then all other content, all of his stuff off. Yeah, so all of his stuff off all other platforms and having it exclusively on iTunes for the next on Spotify, off iTunes, all the other platforms, only on Spotify for the next 3 years. So that's what Spotify are doing. They've gone all in on audio and video streaming. They are going fully mebra. They're going all in. So because they're going to open up a video streaming platform, so that the Joe Rogan Experience is going to be available with them from September, exclusively, like I keep saying, nowhere else. And it's going to be free. Yeah, there's adverts, because there's adverts on the free versions of Spotify, so you can still do it free, or you can pay the whatever. I think it's fucking 100 Rand a month or $7 a month. I don't know how much it is, but it's not fucking cheap. I mean, it's fucking cheap. Well worth it. But so what does this do for the platform? Because obviously I'm big into the podcast. It's fucking how I consume information, and it's how I like to disseminate information. How I like to semen information. to spray information, to shoot loads of information. Like it does a couple of things, man. Firstly, like if you didn't believe that podcasting was a legitimate form of entertainment, this is it's bigger than you thought it was. And if you didn't think you could make money off it, which you can, because I know shitloads of comedians and other people whose podcasts I listen to who make a buttload of money off it. This has proven to everyone that this medium is not going anywhere and is just getting bigger. It legitimizes the medium in the mainstream market. Everyone knows Spotify now, and everyone knows Joe Rogan, but everyone now knows. But like everyone, it's a match made in heaven. They're gonna make lovely babies together. So it legitimizes podcasts from a monetary standpoint and from an entertainment point of view as well. It's a bit of a kick in the dick to the fucking cancerous balls. A kick in the already cancerous balls of mainstream media. Because no one is listening to their shit anymore. No one cares. Joe Rogan's podcast gets more views in one day than Jimmy Fallon, than Stephen Colbert, than James Corden, than Jimmy Kimmel, than Conan, all of those other late night douches. His pod gets more. Look at all of those fucking things. Look at all of those mainstream media outlets, those Tonight shows, this dying archaic fucking thing that it was. They are doing shit on the internet. James Corden's got his fucking carpool karaoke to get clicks. Jimmy Fallon's got all these stupid games that he plays with people, celebrities, on his podcast. They're moving there to the internet as well. Free fucking content. Free. It's the way it's going. And free equals, then this whole free medium equals freedom. Freedom for you. So that's what podcasting offers. I mean, think about all like the people that I admire and aspire to and like look at to think like, okay, in any sphere, the people that do the coolest shit are the ones who just do the shit that they want to do. Joe Rogan, for example, only makes and listens to and interviews and speaks to people that he gives a fuck about, people that he's interested in. I do the same when I interview people. I mean, I just do shit what I want to do. This podcast is what I want to say and whatever. That's what podcasting offers you. I'm not, okay, and then, so Joe Rogan, someone I'm fucking aspire to be like. Then Donald Glover, for example, when he makes his own shit, when he makes the cool shit, fucking Bonfire. Amazing album. It's him being him. He's authentically him, Donald Glover. There's no one else like him. Tool, which is a band, I have no idea why. Thank you. I finally just got into them. Oh my god. Just getting into fucking Tool. Amazing. And fucking they do exactly what they want to do. Fucking Maynard Keenan does exactly what he wants to do. Fucking whatever. And that's what's so like I look at that and I'm like, wait a minute, that's why I love this fucking medium so much. It's like, wait a minute, these guys do exactly what they want to do and they're just being themselves. They don't have to worry, they don't have to censor themselves at all. And they fucking make that seems like the secret, man. That not the secret as in fucking not that bullshit fucking thing that Oprah talks about. I'm talking about like the secret is like, wait a minute, just do the shit that you enjoy and keep doing it. I've never mentioned that before. And then wait a minute, now podcast is legitimized and it's an ability to fucking do what you want to do. And then people are getting paid for this shit and paid for this shit. Like fucking, we're talking Kardashian money here, motherfuckers. So it's fucking amazing. And the other thing that I find so fan bloody fantastic about podcasting is collaboration, man. It's collaboration. So collaboration is the most important thing I think that you get out of it, because all of these podcasters have other podcasters on their channels, right? They have Joe Rogan helped other podcasters get bigger. and Joe Rogan, so he'll have them on their podcast and then they'll promote their podcast. And it's like, and, it's all a community. It's collaboration. It's about helping each other out. And I think that's what's kind of lacking. That's what mainstream media doesn't do. It excludes a lot of people. You're either in or you're out. And then now it's just like, wait a minute, whoa. Whoever, just have cool, interesting people on, and you can help each other out. It's collaboration. And that's why I've just like I've decided, like, what I've done is I made a thing. It's called Mack Media, and it's fucking Mack Media. The name, yes, it's egoic. It's fucking stroking the ego, but I'm a comedian, and that's why I get up on stage. Just fucking look at me, like me, love me. Mack Media. Mack Media is it's a podcast networking platform. So if you have a podcast, want to start a podcast, or would like us to make you a podcast, that's what it is. It's a podcast network. It's a collaboration for people who are creating digital content. If you have a podcast already and you want to join, then join. If you are looking to make a podcast and you have no idea what to do, you can chat. We can help you. If you have a cool topic that you want to do, or if you want to talk about, or if you're interested in, but you don't want to worry about everything, you just want to flip and record. You just want to talk, and you don't want to worry about it. You have the ideas, but you don't want to get into the whole technical part of the podcasting game. We can help you with that too. That's what it is. And then as that, we grow the network. We grow the network collaboratively, and then we enter. The podcasts are all on the Mack Media platform, and then as a collaboration, as a conglomerate, as another C word that means a group of people, we then get paid. Because it's the how to get paid in podcasting is all about the numbers. If you have lots of downloads and you come into lots of ears, or a lot of people see you, then advertisers will advertise with you. But as a fledgling or beginning podcast, sometimes it's difficult to get all those numbers and then to get paid. But the idea is that as a conglomerate or as a group, we will have lots of numbers. So then there's strength in numbers, and then we have more power to speak to advertisers and get potential advertisers. So that's it. That's all it is. And then we help each other out with guests. So we are on each other's podcasts, and we promote each other's podcasts, and we help each other's we grow each other's audiences. So that's what it is. It's about a collaboration and helping each other out in all areas of podcasting, growing each other's podcasts, getting sponsors, and generally being available to help each other on podcasts and be on each other's podcasts. It's a win-win-win. It's a win-win-win in all areas. So that's what it is. It's Mack Media Online, mackmedia.online. That's the website. Everything will be in the show notes. So go check it out if you're interested in podcasting. If you have a podcast, go check it out. Maybe you'd like to join. There's 2 on there already, obviously, Mildly Disappointed, and another podcast that I produced called Great Design Minds Think Alike. And let's grow this. That's what I want to do. Is I want to grow the community, and then people can be more available to help, and we can just grab more ears, more eyes, and then I don't know. I don't see why it isn't a good idea. Let's just fucking help each other out. So, like I said, if you're looking to start a podcast, hit me up. If you want to, if you have a podcast already and you want to get into the podcast space, same. Or you're already in the podcast space, but then you want to kind of like you want to join the network. We can help you out. And the thing is, if you have a podcast and you're doing a podcast for yourself, you're creating for yourself, and you're doing your thing. Like by joining this network, there's no. It's yours, man. Everything is still yours. I'm not looking for a piece of. I don't want to own any part of your product, man. That's not what I want to do. It's about the advertising. That's different. What I'm talking about is like the podcast is yours, man. You create, you do whatever you want. I've never tell anyone how and where and what to do about it. No, that's not what this is about. It's a fucking freedom for you to create anything and whatever you want. But it's just as a collective, we help each other get paid, and we help each other out with guests and promotions and that type of thing. That's it. And if at any time you don't like you like, oh no, I don't like it, you're not working for me. All your content, everything is yours. Go, carry on, do what you want to do. It's not about not about owning anything that isn't mine. I want people to have the freedom to do whatever they want, however they want, whenever they want. They just produce and then they put it on the platform, and then we grow numbers and we help each other out. That's all it is, man. It's just a collaboration of people in this space, people doing the same thing. But people doing the same medium, not people doing the same thing. Because, like, your podcast can be about anything. That's the greatest thing about it. Whatever you're into, do the podcast about that. Whatever you're passionate about, people respond to passion. I will get along with people I will be able to have a conversation with someone who is passionate about something. I don't even have to be into it. I don't have to be passionate about it. They just have to show passion. And I'm like, yeah, tell me more. Tell me more. Because when they're passionate, they're excited. And when they're excited, then it's infectious. You can feel it. That's why I love that's why passion is the business. And passion equals podcasting. Oh, there we go. So yes, check it out. Check out the fucking website. So it's mackmedia.online. Go to the office page and then just click whatever you are. If you're wanting to start a podcast, if you have a podcast already, or if you want help with the podcast, if you want Mack Media to produce your podcast, there's lots of options there. And then let's see where this thing goes, man. I'm super excited about it. So also, obviously, mildly disappointed. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also like the Facebook page. It's mildly disappointed. And what else is there? Instagram. I'm on Instagram, ANDYMACKED. And yeah, that's it. I'm so excited about this project. I cannot wait to I just can't wait. It's going to be fucking amazing. Big fucking things. And as usual, as always, I love you, cunts.